Hello everyone. I welcome you all to my brand new YouTube video. I just want to tell you all that today I'm going to share a very detailed journey of mine from the very beginning of my life. I know it's going to be very long, but I really think you must watch the entire video because it's going to be extremely inspirational for all of you, whether you are from India, whether you are from any parts of the world. This is a universal video because it's going to really motivate you, persuade you, and you will become uh, resilient through it. Now, moving on, I was born in Rexall, uh, Bihar. Rexall is a very small town, which is also called the international border town because of its proximity to Nepal, as it is situated in Indo-Nepal border. I was born in a Catholic hospital, which was led by a UK based trust, and it was almost between India and Nepal. So there were people from India and Nepal, everyone for their treatments. And my mother tells me, now this is very exciting, that the doctor who took me out in this world was also an American. Now this is not coincidental, but I think this is something probably destined. Yeah, I am a fatalist, and I do believe that whatever that is happening in our life and that will be happening would only be predefined by nature, God, and universe. Now, moving on, lived there for like 3 years in Rickshaw, but I was too tiny to understand anything, and I really don't even remember any remembrance of that place. But all I know is that I remember that I went to a sun temple which was situated underwater, and it was a two-floored temple. When you are atop it, like at the roof, you could see the fish swimming and the sanctity of the place, the picturesque view, and the sun sign on you. So it's like, I think, in my opinion, it's the beautiful. It's the most beautiful place of the world. According to me, I know others' opinion might be completely different, but I felt like I am standing at a place which is the most beautiful place of the world. But then, tragedy kept happening, and the moment I was born, since then, there was a tiff between my mother, father, my granny. We were not being brought up at a place which was safe for kids. But I knew that I knew that I'm a child. I have to play and I don't have to do anything with it. But somewhere we were all also affected by it. Moving on, we shifted to different places. We went to NKE, which is called Narkatiagans. Again a small town. Then we went to Bethia, which is also a small town. I studied in so many different schools because in small towns they inaugurate a school, and within the next few months, or maybe within the next few years, it shuts down. I mean, earlier it used to be like that. In the early 2000s, when I was in my nursery, KZ, and all. So these things used to happen back then, and then I went to my school and I started winning. I started to winning diverse contests. I was doing academically really solid because I was one of the top contender in all the subjects. And I was not even studying properly. And I'll be very honest, I was never taking study that much seriously as a child. But I had that fire in me to perform well in creative things. I had the fire in me to perform in talent hunts. I had the confidence in me to be on stage and represent myself. And also, I was somebody who was very much self reliant, even at my house. I never really yelled for being around my mother because my mother had a lot of responsibilities on her shoulders, so she used to just you know chew more than she could handle. But yeah, that's the thing. Moving on, I had to relocate to New Delhi when I was in seventh grade. But before that, I was already enrolled to St. Michael's Academy, which was a new school, but it was very popular and it was one of the best school ever built in Betia, that small town where I now have my house as well, and I also have my home village that is that is Dhamora in Bihar. So yeah, that is also a good place. Moving on, I would like to tell you all that I went to St. Michael's Academy, and at the very first day, I became very popular there because I sang a song, and everybody started treating me like a singer. They started telling my teachers that we have a singer in our class. And I remember in the games period everybody was like sitting in a circular pattern, and they were just putting me at the center, and I was having my guitar because there was a, I think that was a school's guitar, and I played a song and everybody was enthralled by it. So it was a great experience. And one very fine day, it was raining when I reached at my school, because early morning I had prepared myself and I was ready, all decked up in my best attire because I was participating in a talent hunt. But unfortunately, that got cancelled, which I later came to know. So I was sad and I was just looking. I came and in front of the balcony of my class. My class was on second floor, and I was looking at the beauty of my school, the huge, enormous field. It was majestic, and the lush green gardens, the picturesque view of the farms nearby it, adjacent to it, and there was nothing like just the school's beautiful building and our canteen, the garden, which was huge, and the field, which was again very, very enormous. I was enjoying the weather. I was enjoying the cooing of the pigeons and the birds. So yeah, it was a good experience. Then suddenly a senior came next to me and he started, asking me, "How are you? Don't be discouraged if the, talent hunt is cancelled for today, but it will surely take place in future." And I was like, okay. One very fine day, I went to my house and I saw a tiff going on between my mother and father. My elder sister pleaded me not to intervene, not to do anything, just to let it happen, just to let it go. But I didn't really stop, and I threw a blanket on my father. I hit him with a frying pan. But that was not violence. I did it very slowly, but I just wanted to stop it. I just wanted to live a normal life. I just wanted my mother to be safe. I just wanted to have an environment which is safer for me, my elder sister, my mother. So yeah, that was the thing that I did. And after that, my father was so angry and he just like decided to afflict me It was a form of temporary abandonment that I had to go through. My mother obviously could not really do anything about it, and she had to just like say that okay, I will drop him to New Delhi along with his siblings. So I came to New Delhi with my siblings. Here it was difficult for me to get admission anywhere, so I could not get any enrollment for the next 3 4 months. And I joined night coaching over there, and I started studying on my own. I love to study. Like, I said that I said that I used to take study very casually, but if I'll be honest, I liked to study. I liked to know things. So I started doing that. My sisters used to go to the college, some of them used to go to their offices, and my elder brother used to go to his college or school, I think. School, and then I was like left alone, but I used to lock my doors and safely take out my mathematics, science books, textbooks, and I used to study properly and thoroughly so that I am well prepared for the entrance test that I was supposed to give in the month of January for my admissions. So yeah, I think changing different schools also made me very competitive, and I was always ready for test, and I was getting more confident because of my experiences. Aside of that, I also had a lot of traveling experiences, exposures early in my early childhood, and that really made me more active, more communicative, and more modern and open minded than my other fellow classmates, even in Delhi. Now, in Delhi, when I went to my school for the very first day, you know what happened? I became the monitor of the class because my class teacher was impressed to see my confidence and my willingness to become a monitor and to lead the class. So I led the class for quite some time. Even in St. Michael's Academy, I was the monitor. So it was surprising for me because my siblings were telling me that Abhishek, you are supposed to tell them a lie that you are from Delhi. You cannot say where you are from because if you are saying you are from Bihar, they will be mocking you out. And I was like, no, I will not really let someone mock my origin. And that is the reason I decided not to lie about it, and I was vocal about it that where I am from, because I feel proud of myself, I feel proud of my origin, and their opinion is their limitation. I always had a global mindset. I always helped foreigner tourists. I always started with some foreigners from Nepal, Tanzania, Bhutan, or any other countries as well, Thailand, etc. So I had offline experiences with foreigner people also and Indian people also, and I was somebody who was very adaptable. I developed adaptive intelligence because of my experiences. So those things really made me strong as an individual. Now, in my class, every day I was doing really well. In my social science period, I used to write the most creative answers, in which my teacher used to give us a question and we had to imagine that situation scenario that she gives, and after that everybody had to write the answer. I was always the quickest to write the answer, and I was also always the most thoughtful candidate, and I was taking my schooling as well as my profession because I was fully sincere, I was dedicated, and I knew that if I wouldn't study it will be my loss. I also knew that they all might be having privileged background, they will get tuitions and everything, but with me, it was not even possible in my wildest dream, and I was not even getting proper meal. So yeah, those things were struggling, and I know everybody somehow faces some kind of struggles in their life, which is completely fine. But the thing is that how you deal with it, how you come out of it, Your resilience is very, very important. You need to also be very persistent, and you have to become self-reliant. During my school, colleges, or even in my corporate journey, I never really relied myself on anyone. I became hyper independent because of the traumatic experiences that I had to deal with, and it is not just me dealing with things like that. I'm sure a lot of my siblings also went through a lot, but I'm not sure if the intensity of the traumas were equal. Like, it will be also unfair for me to compare myself with anybody else because everyone has got a distinct journey and we cannot really compare. We have to just compete with ourselves, and we have to just take things as it comes, accept it with grace and dignity, even if it's negative. You just try to stay positive at such time, at such moments. And in my school and college also, there were people who were demeaning me, saying ill will about me. I remember linking up my name with a girl I was softly talking to, but I have a nature to talk softly to everyone. Then when it didn't happen, they even forced me to tie a rakhi to her. I did that. Even after that, they were doing it. Then I complained to my English teacher, and she scolded them all. They were really insecure of me, and they thought that the teachers are actually being are actually being biased towards me, and they doubted favoritism on me, which was completely baseless, because teachers can also see the sincerity and the depth in a candidate. If I was there, I was making sure that I am doing all the homework, that I am following all the rules. But only one thing is that I was obedient, I was sincere, but when it came down to discrimination or injustice, then I was very, very vocal. I had the voice as well. So I never really thought about the consequences of my action. One instance, I already told you about my father removing me from my house for going against him. Right. Again, in my school, the same scenario happened. I had a tiff with my school's principal because I was late for the school one day, and I had a little tiff with the library teacher, but that was not something huge. But when the library teacher took me to the principal's cabin, and the principal just slapped me without even asking me anything, and like, it was completely unfair, and it was done out of she just wanted to show me her power, and she just wanted me to comply. And most of the student in my shoes would have done the same, but I was different and I didn't do that. I took my stand. After that, my parents also went to the school. Things happened. I wrote an application. For 2 3 days I was not going to the school. I didn't want to go to that school. I wanted it to change my school, but that was not technically possible. So I went back to the school. I knew they will be playing politics and trying to target me and keeping me on radar, that which they did. They removed me from monitor's position, and publicly they were saying in front of 10 of my other classmates that I'm short tempered, and then I was not reading the news properly in the school's assembly and things like that. They were just fabricating stories and putting accusations on me, but I knew it was not because I underperformed, it was not because of anything else. It was just because they wanted to belittle me, they wanted to target me, they wanted to set an example by harshly punishing me. And it was the end of my 11th session, 3 months before the annuals. Then I decided to take mathematics. At that point of time, I was so fucked up because in my physical education classes, I was doing pretty well. I was getting the highest score, but there were some Delhi-hide people who were just doing regional discrimination with me and calling me names and bullying me basically. So I decided to take a stand for myself, and I knew that maths is my biggest chink in my armor. But I took mathematics, and I started studying, and within 3 months I was taking remedial classes. I was studying mathematics full on. Whenever my mathematics teacher was free, she used to give me extra classes, and thankfully she was the only mathematics teacher that I have ever seen in my life. She was very dedicated, and she always mostly spoke in English, which really helped me to understand things better, because I understand things in English better. I am equally good in Hindi as well, but the problem is that when people start using too much Hindi, then that becomes confusing and conundruming for me. So everybody in my class, even those who started studying mathematics from the very beginning, were having compartment, but I was one of the five students who cleared the entire subjects of 11th standard on it, like in one go. I never got any compartment or things like that. So I feel proud of my journey. It's not about the overall aggregate or anything like that, but why I feel happy is because I stood my ground. I didn't cheat. I didn't do anything wrong. I was living on my principles, even when they were attempting to, to make me angry. I was just remaining silent, not because I was weak, but because I understood their politics, but because I understood their character, and I also understood the systemic flaws of that school. When you see that school from outside, you will feel, wow, such a building, wow, such an awesome inner infrastructure and facilities, amenities. But the way they treat the parents, the students, matters. And when you have the higher authorities, you have a higher authority like that, but should I take names? Okay, I would not take name, but she was a very old lady. So Miss Sharma was the principal of that school. So basically, she was very rude and very frustrated, and I don't know for what reason. And she thought that she is the most sophisticated woman. But I am not here to degrade anyone, to be very honest. Whatever it is, it was her personality. I thought that for me to focus on my academics and to complete my 12th, and to, now that you are trapped in a jail, you will try your best to come out of it. So that's what I did. And then I got only 55% in my 12th standard. In my 12th standard also, there was a mathematics teacher who challenged my mother that he will never be able to pass in mathematics just 1 month prior to my board examination. I felt hurt, but I didn't react. And my physics teacher also, he used to just quite a few times, like 2 3 times, he used to call me on board, give me the most difficult numericals to solve, and then when I couldn't do it, he used to say so many things, bad things about me. But trust me, it affected me. I felt bad, but I felt the worst when he was making a misogynistic remark about girls, that boys are always, anytime, more intelligent than girls. It was his literal statement. I wanted to take a stand, but I didn't, because I was already under the radar of my principal, vice principal, and management. But I was shocked and appalled to see that none of the other students, even none of the girls, took any stand for it, and they were okay with it. So this kind of normalization of misogynism, it's something that I don't understand. So I realized one thing, that Abhishek, whether you are speaking or not, but you have your opinion, you are strongly opinionated, and you are also having your voice. And then I went to so many colleges. In my BTech admissions, a lot of college staffs were saying, you can work hard in your further academics and things like that. Those who were nice. But at Greater Noida Institute of Technology, one of the executive or admission counselor or somebody, a lady, and she was of my mom says, and she was saying that hit him, punish him, make him reappear in the boards. Why hasn't he got good marks, things like that. She said a lot of things, and I was having said 55% of aggregate, which is enough for getting admission. Yes, if it was not enough for her to give me admission in her college, she should have directly been clear about it, rather than doing emotional abuses that she was doing. What she was doing is a form of emotional abuse. You do not have the right to question a student about their performance and things like that. If he is having the score to get admission, then you give him the admission. Else you could directly say that we won't be able to accept him because of his low scores. I finally got admission in Aryan Institute of Technology, Ghaziabad, in the same university as Greater Noida Institute of Technology, and I got admission in BTech with computer science, and I started taking the classes with full focus. I even got the highest marks in my physics test. It was a basic test of physics, and it was surprising that everybody got 1, 2, 0, but I got 8 out of 10, and which was the highest. My physics teacher told me that, and I was like, whether he is like joking or what. But when I saw my score, it was 8. So it was a good experience. In during those 7 days, I was trying to analyze that if that course is good enough for me, if I will be able to do this course or not. Then I realized that I will be able to do the course if I want to. But I realized that okay, I'll tell you everything in detail. But before that, I would also like to tell you that there were 4 Bhutanese students whom I used to translate every concept of every subject that were being taught, and I really connected well with all of them. I also connected with all the other students from my own country also. But the thing is that I was more conversational with them, because I had to explain them all the concepts and things like that. And I remember one of them also gave me a gift, this kind of a wristband in which the name of his king was mentioned. So he said that, Abhishek, if you're taking it, please don't throw it. Never throw this, because it has got the name of our king. He is very highly regarded in our country. So I said, obviously, I will not be doing that. And I didn't do that. That was also a great experience. And when I was coming back, they were really sad. Not only them, but also my entire class. They were sad because I was somebody who lighted up the room of the class. Not because I was the most intelligent or anything like that, but because I was very communicative, confident, and there was some positive aura in me. So after that, the college management didn't give me any refund, and my mom didn't tell me about it. And then they did one thing, that they took everyone's Xerox copy of their documents, but they took my original documents. That means they already had a doubt that I may just change the college, and then they were not returning me my main documents. Because of that, I could not get admission anywhere, and they only gave me the documents when the admissions in all the college and all the universities were almost over. I mean, it was over. But the way he said, do whatever you want, was very disrespectful also. But I stayed quiet, which is my nature, calm and composed. I went out of the college, and then it was anyway very far from my house. So, and then I started preparing for MBBS entrance examination and journalism and mass communication. I went on social media and I saw there was a modeling pageant auditions were going on. I gave auditions for it. In both of the pageants I applied for, I got shortlisted. In one of them, I reached till top 15, Mr. Delhi, and top 2, Mr. Odissi Triple IT, wherein I had to compete with a girl from Whips College. She was a belly dancer. She was a very pretty and very graceful dancer, and I was also doing dance. So I obviously know, like I obviously knew that I wouldn't be able to make it, but that's completely fine. It was an experience. Then I started doing modeling gigs, which were paid gigs. They used to pay me around 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 a day or per suit. So that really helped me to financially be independent on me, because I was getting very limited pocket money expenses from my parents, which was not enough for me to sustain and to try new things and to explore things. Then I know some of my Facebook friends recommended me for events for a German client. I started doing events. I went to different places of India. They were giving us flight sponsorship, hotels were also given to us for stay. So we went to Jaipur, Indore, and so many places. None of them were my friends, but I was selected for it. So I was going there and I was getting around like 2,000 per event, which was great for a student who just a 12th pass. Then I started doing all that, but then I participated in some hosting also I did. I also managed the event of for German clients, in which I used to guide them, and whatever work that was giving to me, I was doing it. I was also applying for Mr. Teen India, wherein supermodel Amanpreet Wai trained me for ramp walk and communication at the age of 18. It is a very small thing, right? For everyone, it might just be a very small thing, but for me, it was such a big honor, because I remember I was in sixth grade. I was going to Notre Dame Public School in my school in Betia, and I was looking at the hoardings of different models, and I was like, in my heart, I was feeling that one day I'll be on that hoarding. I wanted to become a model always, an actor also. So that really felt a little enthralling for me. Sorry, a little happy and ecstatic for me. I was getting euphoric because I achieved something that I was dreaming for. And coming from a conservative background like mine, my mother doesn't know anything about modeling. My father would never have allowed me to do it. If he would have known that I was doing all this, then my life would have fucked up. But I still did it. That made me stronger, and I also used to travel to different malls plus restaurants, buy stuffs. I did a shopping of around 15 lakhs, which I saved through my earnings. Obviously, from my pocket money, I was not getting that hefty amount, but then I was gaining experiences, and I realized that I'm already doing informal mass communication. I could not clear my MBBS entrance examination, both the AIMS and the GGSA, IPU, MBU, MBBS set. So then I decided that I will be doing BJMC only. I went to Whips College, but initially they were not taking me because they were saying that no, your rank is not enough in the entrance. But then once I got admission in LLD they started calling me, Abhishek, you come. Then in the second year also you can migrate to our country college, and also I went to gyms also. They were ready to pick me up, but I was not willing to go there because I had to pay fees, double fees in both the college. So that was not possible for me. Then I also was like, somebody who wanted to get some exposure in my college. So I went on to the stage at the orientation day and I spoke and introduced about myself, how I was also getting offers like, a TV serial Milke Bhi Milna Sake on Life OK. Right after my 12th grade, I gave audition for it. I was shortlisted, but I didn't do it because of the pressure from my family that you have to do graduation. So I thought that it would be better for me to pursue graduation. I also came across a model called Arjun. He was the brand ambassador of Delhi Police, and he was just saying that you can come to my place, you could stay with me, and if our tuning will be well, I will be supporting you. You will have to pay little amount for your auditions and all, but I will be giving you full guidance. I was not able to trust him, so I didn't do it. And the another casting director was very nice initially for the first few calls, but one day he called me at 12 a.m. At odd hours of the night, and he started misbehaving with me, saying that Abhishek, you're very sweet, you are very cute, you are very humble, so you would let me do whatever I want to do, and trust me, if you want to make a career in acting, then you will have to compromise and things like that. I directly said that no, please do not call me, and I blocked him up. After that, couple of few times he called me from another number also, but then he also understood that I'm not going to give in to him. So I just started focusing on my college career, and in my college I went on stage to perform in freshers day, in teachers day also. I recited a poem in my freshers day. I sang a song, Dil Ko Tumse Pyar Hua, from Rehna Hai Tere Dil Mein movie, which is a Bollywood movie. And also I told them that I was actually 11 years old. Since then I have been performing on stage. I went to a mall right after I came to Bethia, and I actually spontaneously went to the stage and I danced on a song, My Love, from Partner movie, and that was an amazing experience because live audience, 3,000 audience were standing on the ground floor, first floor, second floor, top floor, and they were all watching me, and my parents were looking for me and they were clueless. But then my mother saw me on a stage and she came down to pick me up. We were actually going for a movie that night. So it was a good experience because I was in full confidence. I was not caring about others' opinion and things like that. So sometimes it's good not to listen to others. There are two things to everything. There are two sides of the coin. So sometimes not listening to others can also help you to become better and stronger as an individual. Listen to them when they are right. Don't listen to them when you have the confidence that what you are doing is something nice and you are not going to cross your boundaries. I have always been very hardworking, smart worker also, and disciplined also. And I have never really believed in shortcuts to success or things like that. Then I started my corporate journey. But before that, I did around 3 4 internship at media firms, which was impeccable experiences. As a digital marketing intern, PR intern, content writer intern, and also news reporter intern, where 4 of my articles were published in a national daily newspaper. I also attended a press conference addressed by Manish Sisodia. I also interviewed Bollywood celebrities like Shraddha Kapoor and Varun Dhawan. Even for Sneha Ullal, I was selected, but at the end I had to go somewhere, so I could not go there. But I also went for an event organized by Big 92.7 FM during that internship only. We also went to political campaigns, so I had relevant experience as an intern also. Then I worked as a chief journalist for a magazine which was started by my own classmate. I used to edit content. I used to help my subordinates. Even I used to write articles myself also, magazine articles. So that was a good experience. I was already earning and doing so much, but I didn't really participate in any of the uh, organizing committee, because I wanted to, have independence and explore and go to different fests and do my freelancing jobs as a model and as an event manager. Then also, but in the first year, I was really, I was really full of beans, and I just participated in so many literary contest. I won a LinkedIn survey contest. I won also this poem recitation second prize contest, and again I won the group discussion third prize. I also won GK quiz in my schooling and role play contest in my 10th standard. So basically I have like won multiple contest, and that really boosted my confidence, because even if I am not doing one thing nicely, then I have other things to go to. Then I was really sad that my parents were not giving me money for my masters, and I had no option but to go for corporates. So I went to give job interviews, and within a week I got job. I started working there as a content writer. For 1 month I worked there. Then again for the next 2 months I worked at two different organizations. I got the salary from some of the firm, but some of the firm didn't even give me the salary, because I left the college without, I left their company without any notice period. So that is the reason I was not being paid. Basically, they were penalizing me for standing up for myself, and they were expecting me to comply. They were expecting me to work like a sycophant, which was not really possible with me, because you remember one thing, if somebody has the guts and balls to go against his own father when he was doing wrong, do you think such a person would accept it when someone is bullying him and treating him like a set? So it was definitely not possible for me to take that all. But they were really, I really had a very bad experience in corporate world, I would like to say. I went through harassments. There was in one of the company, there was a guy who was just hitting on me, trying on me when I said no, when I was not showing him the interest. Then he started saying that no, your work is not good. Before that he was saying that it's a perfect, it's so perfect, it's amazing. But then he started saying that revamp all your content, and he started misbehaving also, and he started using very foul languages which I cannot really tolerate. And the HR manager had the audacity to say that, Abhishek, you are weak. I said to him, yes, emotionally I am weak, but mentally I am very, very strong. So I took my stand, and then he started saying, what will you do? What will you do? And I seriously didn't have any answer to give to him. But I said that whatever I will do, God will decide. And that was my answer. And I asked him that, I'll be getting my salary, remuneration, right? I was worried about the money, obviously, but he assured me that I will be getting the money next month. But that next month never came, and it has been like more than 4 or 5 years now. And we live in a country where we can file complaints and legal things, but we also have rules that if you have any legal complaints in your name, then you would never be given any work from any clients. Even as a freelancer, it will become difficult for you to get work. So that is the reason why most of the people refrains from speaking up. So I also had to do that, but I wish I would have been in a country where we would have been heard. But I filed I did something. I remember I filed a petition in which I got the signature of three, four people, but I actually needed five signatures. So I hope somebody else also signs it on it. Via LinkedIn, I just keep posting and updating the newcomers, obviously, because most of the time these kind of harassments are something that the newcomers has to face. But I am not denying the fact that even the person with experiences can also face such kind of mistreatments. Now moving on, I started working as a freelancer, which was the best decision for me. A lot of people say that all these work from home jobs are actually fake or rubbish, but I would like to inform you that it's not fake, because I am working as a freelancer since 2017, July 2017, and I'm doing well for myself. Uh, but the problem is that as a freelancer, you gotta prove your worth every single day. You have to pitch for yourself, because if you are not pitching for yourself, then there will be thousands of other freelancer and they will get the deal, they will get the project. So you have to be very competitive as a freelancer. But it was not just the freelance content writing or copywriting that I was doing for foreign clients and some of the Indian clients as well. I would say that I created my PayPal account and I started getting payments in dollars on my PayPal, and I also created my Google Pay account and I started getting my Indian payments through it. But the thing is that initially you may come across a lot of frauds or people who are illegitimate. So you have to gain that experience and that sensibility to recognize who is real and who is not. It's very, very important to be a good judge. Discernment is extremely essential if you really want to sustain as a freelancer. In India, it might be very uncommon for freelancers. For people to pursue freelancing as a full-time job. They may be doing it as a part-time job. But I would say that if you go to abroad countries, there are around 50 to 60% of people doing freelancing, doing work on various platforms like Preply, Udemy, italki. So many other platforms are there. I am just talking about communication-based platforms because I am a communication professional. But if you are from UI, UX or IT, AI field, so you also have your own platforms and platforms and opportunities which you can grab. Now moving on, I started writing my own ebooks. I wrote around 12 ebooks on Amazon KDP. Two of them got sold without any promotion or without anything like that. One in United States and one in India. Then I also created my 11 Udemy courses, which reached around 105 countries with 2100 enrollments. But suddenly, due to changes in policy, it all got banned. But all those 2100 already enrolled students can still have access to it. So my impact is still there, and I have some proofs for that also to substantiate. So yeah, I reached 105 countries through it, but I didn't stop over there also. I started recreating new courses, and I have so far created 10 or 11 courses again, which has reached 85 nations worldwide as of now. The proof for it is available with me. I also started doing fashion blogging on Blogger, which also has some global reach with 5 to 10 countries. And then I started my own venture, Global Professionals English, by Abhishek Jha actually. So it's on LinkedIn, and it's doing well so far. People are going through it and following me, and it has reached around 30 plus countries so far. And I'm pretty sure I have created an ad campaign for it. I will be getting newer clients pretty soon. And I also had one of my previous client from Thailand. She has told me that she will be taking my sessions, my learning from me from next month. So let's hope for the best. Fingers are crossed. Now moving on, I also did one voice acting, or you can say voice over artist work for a Pakistani client via Upwork. And it was a very, small opportunity, but I wanted to do it because ever since I was a child I was always mocked after my 13 years of age, because during the adolescence, your Adam apple gets wider and your voice changes. My voice still remained softer, and that became a problem for a lot of people. They would start mocking me, name calling me, saying things. It was really frustrating for me, but I never reacted to it. But today I have given them the answer. I get paid for my voice. Even my podcast has reached around, like it has reached on Amazon.fr, Listen Notes, podcast something.com. It is available worldwide. Now moving on, I worked for this client in which I had to do a narration along with a partner. I made my mother my partner, and my mother, all thanks to her, she supported me, and we got our payment via Upwork. And it was actually my first assignment via Upwork, because before that I used to work and get opportunities through Facebook groups. But nowadays Facebook groups are very fake. Only few clients are genuine. But when I was starting off as a freelancer, then they were genuine clients as well. And you have also Fiverr, Freelancer, and so many other platforms wherein you can pitch. But remember one thing: you have to be globally competitive to be a successful freelancer. And once you become successful freelancer, you get to know the market situation scenario, and then you can just start off your entrepreneurship, because it's not easy to be an entrepreneur. You have to work 18 hours a day, 16 hours a day with full zeal and dedication. So I started this venture. Why I started this, I would tell you. I was working on Preply for around 1 years and 8 months. You can say for around 2 years also. But if I have to be precise and fully honest, then I would say 1 years and 8 months. So I got students and professionals. I taught PhD professionals in astronomical physics, PhD professional in artificial intelligence, PhD professionals in computational biology, and they were all from different countries: Germany, Finland, and India. So yeah, these were the PhD professionals, and they were corporate professionals: doctors, engineers, designers, 3D model designers, architects, farmers. There were people with B Pharma, M Pharma. They were working in pharmaceutical companies and all, and they were from different countries. I covered almost 6 continents of the world and 100 plus countries: Italy, Germany, Spain, Brazil. Brazil was one of my best country because my first client was a Brazilian, and I also vibed well with Brazilians a lot more. But I love everyone equally, and I'm thankful to God for giving me that opportunity. I have all the proofs to, if I'm making a claim, I have all the proofs, and I'm doing it with full authenticity, and it's also like an open book. You can go to Google and search modern global icon Abhishek, and in AI mode you will get all the details. Or if you want a detailed information about it, you can also email me and I'll be happy to help you and assist you and share you the files in which I have got the stats and analytics and the screenshots, things like that. Moving on, I also want to tell you all that success is not final, failure is not fatal, it's the courage to continue that matters. And my life is just the example of it because in my 12th standard, I was the lowest scorer. But then again, I became the topper of my college and university. Even in my 10th standard, I won first prize in role play contest. I was highest in practicals. I was the most active classroom performer. I was also liked by all the teachers, and I got multiple A plus grades in core scholastic areas. So I think I already was a very strong student and very promising, even in my school time. Even in standard 9th, I was in top 3. I was in top 5 in 8th standard. So yeah, I always had a fire in me to perform to the best of my capabilities. But I'll be very honest, when I was asking a question to Shraddha Kapoor, that before your movie ABCD2, I've never seen Shraddha Kapoor as a dancer, and the way you have performed on a song Sum Sathiya was really impeccable. Would you like to do such dance based roles in future as well or not? She first greeted me, hello Abhishek, and then she very gracefully answered the question. And even Varun Dhawan, I asked him, how was your experience working with Remo D'Souza? He gave his answer, and in one of his another answer, he even pointed out towards me because I was standing in front, and he said that, like he said, that nobody had seen Shraddha as a dancer. So that was really enriching and motivating for me. They were really nice and supportive for everyone, and I like the energy of Varun Dhawan also because he was very confident, and they were there to promote their movies, so I was just trying to be positive. Again, apart from this, I think I had so many impeccable and exceptional experiences, but I am not saying I am any different or superior than anyone. I am unique in my own way, and I have always been a fearless trailblazer. Uh, I could give examples of so many situations where I have actually been an inspiration for others. For instance, in my third semester, everybody was so scared to go for the summer training report practicals. They were saying, I will not go, I will not go. My teacher, my professor came to me and said, Abhishek, you go. I said, okay, I will be going. And I went. So seeing me, 4 and 5 more students said, okay, I'll also go, I will also go. So I'm that kind of personality uh, who can actually influence others. And this is the natural leadership quality that I have developed. I have had a coaster ride, so many traumatic experiences, so many financial hurdles. I remember I was 3 years old and I was running outside my house. There was nothing to eat. The entire natives of my village were watching and making fun, laughing. Nobody came to support me, but it was my maid which came to support me and gave me food because my parents were out. My mother had taken my father for some treatment, and my siblings were vulnerable. They were trying to call me up, but I was just 3, so I was not listening to them. And then at the age of 7 years old, everybody was sitting in my hometown. We were at NKE back then, and I went out and I had some pocket money that I got from my granny. So I just decided to buy some chocolates, drinks, and cookies for me. I went out, and when I went out and bought everything from the shop, I was excited also. I was coming back and I saw a 3-year-old kid crying in the same position the way I did back when I was 3. I saw his both parents also over there, but they were sitting on wheelchair, vulnerable and crying. I also saw the poor guy crying really badly. I realized one thing, that if nobody came to support me when I was vulnerable, but at least my maid came to support me, I will be the support that the world seeks when they are vulnerable. And that really, that really created a philanthropist in me. I really wanted to be social worker, to be altruistic and to help others, even when I was not having adequate amount of things with me. My mother always says that social work is only for those who works who is really rich and affluent and opulent. But I said to my mom that this is the notion that I want to change. I want to break this stereotype that only those who are rich and capable can be compassionate, can be philanthropic. I definitely did that because I remember I was 21 years old or 23 years old. I gave away all my closets, my accessories, expensive attires, my blazers, sweaters, jackets, shoes, books, meals to the underprivileged communities. And back when I did it, I actually was having nothing for me. I just kept one or two clothes for me to wear, and the rest of everything I just donated it. And that was the time when I didn't have any job. That was the time I was not even getting any freelancing assignment, but I did it regardless of whatever it is. Because in life, we do not know how much time we have in this world. So if we could do something impactful, something that could change the world, then we will emerge as a universal change maker. You know, Mahatma Gandhi said that do something, be the change that you want to see in the world. And he also said, so I also always follow that. I always try to be the change that I can be, because I cannot change the world. I can only change myself, and seeing me, maybe some other people gets motivated and do the same, which happened in my college also. Similarly, Mahatma Gandhi also said that when you are in a vulnerable situation, you look at the people who are at even worse condition and still trying. And it really works. One day I was after my 12th result. I was really happy with my results, but when my classmates started, showing attitude, or my siblings started comparing me with my classmates, my score actually. So I felt really sad. I was sitting at a corner in a mall, and I was looking at outside. There was a beggar. He could not walk properly, right? And he was struggling, but still he was walking to bring, like he had some 10 rupees or something. He was bringing food, not for himself, not for his child or wife, but for another child who was crying, and probably he understood that he's famished. That is the reason he was bringing that food for him. That really gave me immense respect for that guy. I went out, I gave him 500 note that I had in my hand, and I said, "Well done, uncle, well done. The world needs people like you." And there were people in malls, everyone clicking selfies and just going gaga, just enjoying with their girlfriends, friends, family. But nobody even noticed the vulnerable kid or that old uncle. Nobody had heart. So I think compassion comes from within you. It is not necessary that only people who are rich would develop compassion. To be very honest, if I have to be honest with you, most of the people who are rich, they become very, like, I'm not judging them, but some of them become very egoistic, and they started comparing themselves. They start developing a very condescending behavior. They think so highly of themselves that they feel that if they belittle others, they will be uplifted. But when you are trying to belittle others, it shows your insecurity. It doesn't mean that you are actually superior, because superiority comes from compassion. It doesn't come from money. Rather than being money oriented, or opting for shortcuts to success, if you will develop authenticity within yourself, honesty, integrity, principles, and values within you, I know things will be difficult for you. You will take lots of time, lot more time to succeed in life. But your purpose driven life and your mission will definitely succeed in some way or the other, leaving an example for millions of people to follow. I'll be giving you just two examples and two of the people who inspires me. Number one is Mother Teresa. She looked at people with smiles. She was all the time all smiles. And she used to help them, guide them, support them in every way she can. And she did it till the last breath of herself. Then we had Malala Yousafzai. She was going to her school one very fine day, and in Taliban, and some in Pakistan, some of the men's came and just they were telling them to go back to their houses, stopping them from from getting educated. That man shot her on over her head, and she was struggling. Finally, UK, some of the powerful committee or trust from UK contacted her parents and took the responsibility of her cure and treatment. And look at her now. She became like, it was very shocking that she survived, and after that she became a household name, promoting promoting global girls education. She has become a global icon. So we have to understand one thing. Even if you don't achieve anything out of whatever you are doing, when you are doing social work, it's not for promotion. And today I'm telling you this, sharing my journey, it is not for my promotion, trust me on that. But it is just because I want to motivate more and more people to start doing it. And I'm pretty sure you all are more capable than me, you all are more intelligent than me. I mean, there's no comparison anyways, but I'm just saying that there's nothing less in you. Nobody is less, nobody is more. It's the journey that are distinct, it's the circumstances that are different. And those who thinks that if you have more followers or more money, or if you're wearing a more expensive attire, then you are more successful, then you are more valuable. Trust me, no. People will come up to you, people will celebrate your success, but when you will fall, when you will not be successful, when you will fail, they will all go, they will all vanish, because most of the people today are someone like, they just believe in the shortcuts to success, and most of the people are just inclining more towards being sycophant. That is a problem. So my journey somewhere so far, it's incomplete, it's not complete, it's unfinished, but whatever it was, I'm pretty happy and proud of myself from coming to a play, like from coming to a place which is so conservative, underdeveloped, and it's impossible for anyone who was born in my village to even do things that I have already done. And but it's sad, I want more and more people to do it, and I want to break this notion of the people that if you are from a certain place all over the world, then you are any less than anyone. There should be no discrimination in the name of caste, creed, gender, religion. We have to step out of it, because because we are in 2026. It's a modern world. We all should appreciate each other, and we all have to stop being so superficial. If you are seeing a picture on social media or a profile on social media, and they have their flexing pictures of their holidays and all, you will be like, oh, he's very classy, he's very rich, which may or may not be true. But the thing is, your true worth is your capability. Your true worth is not the money you own, but the kindness that you have demonstrated to the world, the work that you have done with honesty and authenticity. And also, I see a lot of parents pressurizing their kids to pursue BTech or MBBS or to get the highest score. Marks are important, definitely, but it's only important for getting admission. I would say let them perform, and let them get whatever they gets, and after that let them make their choice. Give them the freedom to choose their career, because they are the future of our nation and the world. So I think such orthodoxical mindset needs to be changed. There are so many things that one can do, and everyone's set of talents are different. I never knew that I could be an actor, a model, a singer, a writer, a journalist, a communication trainer, a voiceover artist, a graphic designer, a 3D modeling artist. People can be, and also an author. So the thing is that people can be anything that they want to, and they might be having lots of talent in them. If they are multi talented and multi hyphenated, then they have to follow their versatility and show it to the world. But if they want to focus only on one aspect of their career, then they should do that. For instance, Virat Kohli left his education and he wanted to focus on his cricket, and today look at him, he has become world's one of the most finest cricketer of the world, right? So following your passion brings success, and even if you do not have money or support or anything like that, if you have the fire within you, if you have the sincerity within you, the hard work within you, then somewhere and somehow I am a kind of a person who believes in destiny. God and universe will definitely provide you with opportunities wherein you can excel and you can achieve your goals or whatever you want to achieve. Now I'm going to be reading something that I have written it all by myself. Don't think that it's a script or anything like that. I have written this in my manifestation book, and that is telling us about peacefulness to heal yourself. You know what? We are living in the modern world, and it's full of war, worries, fear, insecurities, the pressure to perform in our career, the pressure to perform academically, sometimes the pressure to perform even in our personal life for intimacy or things like that. So, yeah, peacefulness to heal yourself. It's really essential to have It's really essential to have peace in order to rejoice and rejuvenate yourself. Peacefulness is utmost therapeutic and it has the power to heal every wounded heart. We all face our setbacks, adversities, hindrances, and obstacles in our lives. We have got to learn how to have growth through our adversities. To be able to grow phenomenally in life, you are supposed to be somebody who learns through your mistakes and you gotta refrain from repeating your faults. It could be detrimental for your emotional health as well if you are not learning to strengthen up your personality. Injuries, deceits, and heartbreaks are actually a tool that can boost your drive to thrive in everything that you do. Determination to achieve something out of the box also shows you a path of transformation. Life throws us in a lot of throws us a lot of adversities, intricate circumstances, but how you deal with it, how you get up and restart from scratch, it's something that matters. Your ability to redefine yourself would enable you to accomplish great things in your life. So be someone who is highly energetic, didactic, and ebullient. In the face of obstacles, be ambitious. Yeah, so this was just a piece from my manifestation book. I write manifestation book since May last year, and I'm being very consistent with it, and it really helps me to reach the higher power of my body and psychology. It's really important to have some meditation, yoga, or working out is not a hobby, but if you could just play guitar or listen to music, so that will really help you to segregate your time schedule for giving you some personal space, and you will be stress free during those moments because you are pursuing your passion. In fact, I would recommend everyone to choose a career in which they can actually pursue their passion. Your passion should become your career if you really want to be happy forever. However, pursuing hobby is anyway extremely essential for everyone. Now, moving on, I would also like to talk about my mother. My mother is the strongest person I have ever seen in my life. She has been really supportive and she is really nice and pure hearted. But even she never got the chance to to support me as much because she had a lot of responsibilities on her and she has her favorites. Let me be honest, but that's completely okay. But I think the one person who gave me the strength to rise after every time I fall or trip is my mother. And I also feel that times do change. In my life, things have been really unpredictable, and things changes with time. All we need to do is just relentless hard work, and the rest is not in our hand. I am getting a lot of opportunities since 2026, started. I'm getting a lot of opportunities. I am just being a little confused about which one to pick and which not to pick, but I'm surely going to pick one of it. But you know what? I really want to have full self-reliance and a very independent career. That is why I have started doing YouTubing, because I feel that here I can really empower others, uplift others, motivate others, and if it gets monetized, then that will also be good for my bread and butter. So I really would like to request you all to not just watch this video but also subscribe to my channel and uh, like my video, share it as much as possible, and comment if you have any suggestions, or if you agree with me or disagree with me. I would love to know what's your take on it. I have tried to be fully honest with you all, but I shall be really ecstatic and excited and euphoric to see you all in my next video. For now, I just want to say one more thing before I go. Uh, you know what? We all have our life, and I do believe if someone is getting everything so easily in their life, if someone is born at maybe at Ambani's family or any other families, I'm just saying that if someone is privileged, and they don't have to struggle for anything, so they will not try anything. So we have to start, even they should try to experience things, because if you try something new and explore, you will have your own share of trials and errors. You will struggle. When you will struggle, you will try to solve it, resolve it, you will work on it. And then, trust me, then when it happens, when your dream becomes a truth, then you will feel motivated and happy. It will give you immense peace. That happiness comes to only people who are self-made. So try and create something on your own, and try and be more and more reliant on yourself. Because if you are depending on other person, the other person might just ditch you. The other person might just think that you are not helpful to them. And the more you do for people, the more they expect from you, and that becomes really challenging. So I would say be nice to everyone, but also be neutral. Also decide who you want to emotionally invest your energy on. Don't be someone who is going to invest your energy on somebody who is just totally not interested in you and who's just using you as a pawn. Now moving on, I also forgot one thing, that ever since I was born, I actually had a global mindset. I actually considered myself to a global citizen, and even astrologically, it's proven that my work has to involve a global audience. So I do promote universal kinship over friendship. I do promote universal values like universal brotherhood, universal kinship, equality, inclusivity, and philanthropy. Philanthropy is basically the social work that you do. You can do whatever you can. Even a 5 rupee donation would be enough. At least you are doing something, right? Equality is treat everyone equally. Come on, you have to treat everyone equally. I felt in my school and college, everybody used to ostracize me a lot, corner me a lot, isolate me a lot. I was strong, so it didn't affect me that much. But I think if you could just treat everyone equally, then that will be the best option, and that will bring positivity wherever you go. Inclusivity means you have to include everyone together. No regional biasness, no regional biasness. Everyone is human being. So just try and include everyone along with you. Universal brotherhood, we are all brothers and sisters, so that universal brotherhood should be there. No matter if you have a different opinion, try and sort it out. Try and be nice to everyone. Universal kinship means when you consider the entire species, the entire human or mankind to be a part of your own family, then that is universal kinship. So I really follow this. I never knew the terminology, universal kinship, but just recently I came to know about this term. I use it a lot in my blogs now. I I never really made friends to anyone, but I was quietly supporting everyone in their journey, in in whatever way that I can. So that is the definition of it. But I have also expanded its definition. This much is enough. You have to consider every human beings to be a part of your own family. But if you want to understand how I define it, I'll tell you. Every species of the world or universe are a part of my own family, be it a human being, be it plants, flora and fauna, or even if it's non-living things. Even I include even non-living things. We have to just like if you sit at a chair or something, give them respect. Don't just like just because they cannot speak and they are not living being, you should not be harsh towards them. Be gentle, calm and composed, and try and manage your anger. I myself is very temperamental, to be very honest. I'm working on it, and I want you all to also work on it, because politeness is something that really makes you a true gentleman. And I'm also a very polite and kind of a person, but the only thing is that when people lies or things like that, I lose my calm, which I'm working on. But I definitely feel that I'm like I've always been very lucky with my health. I have always been so fit and healthy, except for having jits, and like I have sensitive skin, so I also have some wounds and all. But other than that, I have never really been that much ill. Obviously, I had some of the disease, but that's completely fine. That makes me human also. In the end, I would like to say that I will be posting a lot of videos that will be really helping you to elevate and enhance your English communication skills and professional communication, business English. So that will be really helpful for all the professionals, students, CEOs, and everyone. And this channel will be completely free of cost. You can just come to this channel and just watch any video you can, any shorts you can, and I'm pretty sure it will definitely leave an everlasting impact on you. I'm not going to say indelible impact, but maybe indelible impact as well. But I'm nobody to say about that. It will be your call, but it will definitely be very helpful for all of you. Yeah, so that's all. I also want to tell you one more thing, that no matter how difficult your situation is, no matter how difficult your professional life, personal life, or familial life is, always remember that God is there. I am here. Universe is there to help you, to guide you. I cannot help you or guide you, but I can only pray for you. I pray for you for your well-being. And definitely I think if you will think positively and develop a positive psychology, then definitely positive things will happen to you. Or also think like this: if something bad is happening to you, then maybe it's God's tendency, it's God's plan to make you a stronger person. So learn from your setbacks, use it as a fuel, and transform your pain into power to become a fearless trailblazer, or to become successful and well known. But also remember that popularity and fame comes with time. Even if it is not coming, if you are doing something productive and helpful, then God is seeing that, and you will definitely be rewarded for it. But I think when you stop seeking external validation, then you actually become a person who becomes a universal change maker. And I think that's the category, that's the kind of a person I am becoming, and I have always been since childhood. No negativity, only positivity and healing. A lot of people said a lot of things about me also, emasculated me also, but that's completely fine. That's their opinion. I hope that's changed. But Uh, if I tolerated everything that happened with me, and I'm still here again, starting from scratch, so you could also do it. Trust me, you can do even far better than me. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you would be motivated with this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, to inspire you and to learn professional English and communication. And stay tuned. Please turn on the notification if that's possible, because whenever I'll be posting a new video, we'll automatically get to know about it. Namaste for now. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. God bless you.